Hello folks, welcome back. So far we have talked about if-else, we have talked about different three types of loops. So now in this tutorial, these are the building blocks of any programming language. So from now onwards, we're going to start and take a look at the object-oriented side of Java. So before doing into that, we're going to see what are objects and what are the purposes of these objects. So Java is an object-oriented language. Everything in Java is considered as the objects like dog, cat, car, TV. These are the real-time entities. So in Java, we treat everything as an object. Now, to understand the concept of objects, we need to start with a class. Now, what is a class? A class is like a blueprint or a template. So, for example, you guys are planning to buy a house, let's say. So, or you guys are, let's say, planning to build a house. So you start with the design of the house. So you guys come up with a design paper. In that paper, you explain that this is how it should be. This is my 4-bedroom, and this is going to be, here is going to be the kitchen, bathroom, how many bathrooms, how many bedrooms, and is it 2 stories, what kind of floor, etc. So you put that in the design of your house. Now, the design is just like a template. Design is something that is actually not taking any space on the land, right? It's on the piece of paper. So just similarly to that design, we have a class. So in the class, we describe the different where we describes the whole structure. That's just a simple blueprint or a template. Now, with that design, you go ahead and build the houses. So the house is actually this thing that holds or occupy a space on the land. So that is basically called as the real house, which occupies the land, and you build the house using the design. So using this class, you can have multiple objects. You can construct multiple objects, and in same way, in using the same design, you can make different houses. So a class is just like a blueprint, and object is the real time which is made from the class. So objects are the one which occupy the space in the memory, or which take some place. So you can compare them with the house in a house design kind of structure. So here the class is called the blueprint. Here in the class we defined what the objects has. What will the objects that you construct from the class will have. So now we're going to see a simple example here to talk about. Let's say we have a dog. Now what we have in a dog, every dog has a name and every dog has an age, and each dog barks. So a class contains these are called the attributes or the instance variables, the what basically, and then this is called the method. Now this is the description of the class. Now we are saying that every dog has a name, it has an age, and every dog barks. So now this is just called as a class. Now we will create the objects of the class. So this is, let's say, the computer memory, and this is the first dog object that we created using this class. Now this dog will have its own name, it will have its own age, and this dog will bark. Similarly, you can create multiple objects. Let's say we have another dog object created. This dog object will have its own name, and this will also have its own age. The objects are also called as instances, and so that's why these name and age is also called as instance variables. So this dog's name can be Scooby and the age can be 21. Similarly, this age can be 13 and the name can be Tiger. So we have constructed 2 objects using the same dog class, and each of these objects will have its own copy of the name and age. So these 2 variables are called as the instance variables. So now in our next tutorial, we will do an example to explain the whole thing in a greater detail. So I'll see you in the next tutorial. Thank you.